you agree with Sophia Kufu that, for example, the financial impropriety leg, it was not such a weighty matter that should lead to the removal of a Chief Justice, right?
I didn't say so. You see what? You also purport to be quoting me. I did not say so. Let me take you through the process that I took them through, including those who sat at the committee. Vomawa was not there. We asked them, was there an audit? And they said yes. Did the audit raise queries? They said yes. Did the spending officer respond to those audit queries? They said yes. Was there a final management letter? They said yes. Did the final management letter refer to any such thing? They said no. I have a copy of the final. If you say you have the proceedings, look at it. Audit service management letter on the accounts of the judiciary for JS Judicial Service for the period 1st January 2023 to 31st December 2023, dated 30th July 2024. If you claim you have the full record, read it for yourself and tell me where in this management letter they said they have found anything wrong. The auditors who did the work. Okay,
so your point is that if the audit did not flag the issue, there should not be an issue. That's your point.
It means they agreed with the explanation given to them, including the travel policy and all. They agreed with it and they never came back to it.
Okay.
It was never raised again.
Okay.
I said, I have a copy here.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. Nobody is disputing anything you have said.
Yeah, look through yours and see whether you can find anything on that.
My question to you:
way to treat an individual.
Yeah. So it's not in controversy. So let's not get to that. My question to you is: your point is that if the auditors did not flag misuse, unlawful, expense or unconstitutional expense, nobody should raise it again?
I am saying that when the auditors come, they look at the record. When they have issues, they raise the issues. Then they give it to the management, whoever it is who is responsible, especially the spending officer. And they ask you for your explanation. Perhaps the thing is there. They didn't see it. So then you explain to them. And once you explain to them, that ends the matter. So the fact that it was even raised in a query does not mean that is the end of the matter, because you are now given the opportunity to respond. Something you have experienced, don't you? So having responded, and they left it in the final management letter, pointing out the areas they find the judicial service didn't do well, and this one did not come out. How do you turn around? And this committee, this report was before you. I specifically asked Domelevo, who was sitting there, whether this is not a procedure. He agreed. I think he even said there's a difference between audit observation and audit query. But these days they talk about audit or observation or something.
All right.
This is what happened, and the report is there. So where is this thing coming from?
Right. So let's put the committee in perspective. From the letter to the Chief Justice, which said, in the opinion of the committee, quote, in the opinion of the committee, the travel expenses which the Chief Justice heaped on the Judicial Service when she traveled on holidays in September 2023, first to Tanzania with her husband and second to the United States of America with her daughter, together with the payment of per diem to the spouse and daughter of the Chief Justice, constitute unlawful expenditure of public funds. unlawful, it is also unconstitutional. You are saying once the auditor didn't make any such claims, a committee like this cannot be heard to say what they said?
Please don't trivialize it. One of the members of the Judicial Council happened to be Gabriel Scott Puama. He had always been there with them, taking all the decisions, including travel policy. I explained the last time I was here that because of the judicial independence, they also granted them financial independence and asked them to work according to what they think is best to secure their independence. And therefore, they told them that it is only the Judicial Council that can determine anything which is pertaining to them and not necessarily the executive. Not necessarily the executive. So the travel policy was something that came out from the Judicial Council where Puama has been serving. And he knows that there was this travel policy which allows the Chief Justice to travel with a person of her own choice, and that whatever, whatever per diem is given to her, the person is traveling with will be given half. These are not stories. They are all there. The Chief Justice's appointment letter stated clearly that she will be entitled to 2 vacations in a year. And she can choose wherever she wants to go. Her duty is to tell them that this is vacation period, I intend to travel. Then the spending officers will work, buy the ticket, do all the protocols, and then give her whatever her entitlements are. And then she uses that to travel. I am challenging them. Let anybody bring a document where the Judicial Service or Secretary said, these are your entitlements. And then the Chief Justice said, no, I will not accept it. Give me this rather. Nothing of the sort happened. And I'm saying I've gone through it twice as a Minister of Justice and Attorney General and as a High Commissioner. When I'm to travel, I don't get involved. All I tell them is that I need to travel. They work it and bring it to me, which is why you have a spending officer who is held liable. How did they change it? With Domelevo sitting there, now saying that she being the overall head. Where has it happened before? That the President of the Republic is being held responsible for the acts of the chief directors of the various ministries because he's the overall executive. Where has it happened before?
The central point that was raised by the petitioner is that in that travel policy, it provides a limit. And it says with an emphasis that the CJ can travel with the security alone. For a foreign travel, the security alone. Then they even impeach the policy by saying that as an Article 71 office holder, it is the president, or is it the other way? No, when committees are set up to determine emoluments, it is the committee set up under Article 71 that determines what you are entitled to. And anything beyond that is unconstitutional, is unlawful. And then they quote the CJ herself in at least 2 or 3 different cases where she insists that anything beyond what has been determined by the president or parliament, president for parliament, parliament for president, and so on, is unconstitutional. And it is the reason when Abronye took the case to the Supreme Court about the spouses of presidents and vice presidents getting paid as ministers, the CJ led in that decision and said, you won't even allow, even if Parliament was approving it that way, it will not be allowed. You don't agree with them that you can't fault the committee on this?
I will fault the committee. That Chichiketa brought a document on travel policy and per diems. In that travel policy, they said the people should be public officers. Then there was a footnote in which they stated that these things we are brought do not affect the judiciary because they are an independent body. He brought it, and we pointed that out to him. They were all sitting in the committee, we tendered it.
Okay.
In fact, we allowed it to be tendered and brought it out to show them that it does not apply to the judiciary. Where they stated clearly that their terms and conditions and all those perquisites of office should be determined by the council. And I'm saying Puama was a member of the council.